Hey guys, we got another Mythic Legions action figure up for review today. We have the Cavern Dwarf Legion Builder up for review. Legion Builders don't come with any lore on the side of the package, but instead we get a faction logo. We can see this dwarf is part of the Legion of Arthir, making him a bad guy. On the back of the package we have new 2.0 artwork, along with a few paragraphs on the lore of the Mythic Legions universe. Let's check them out. Mythic Legions come in collector-friendly packaging. They are easy to remove or put back into the box. Here we have the Cavern Dwarf Legion Builder. Legion Builders are Mythic Legion action figures that have a less detailed paint job, usually in one solid color. These figures are priced below normal figures as they are meant for customizing or army building. Like most other Mythic Legions, they come with a ton of accessories, making them a great figure to own even if you just want them for the accessories. Let's check out the details. The Cavern Dwarf's heavily plated helmet is a solid bronze color. We can see the long black beard flowing out from the sides and in front of the helmet. The beard is sculpted with a ton of small details. We have long strands of hair with some braids at the very bottom. It is a very long beard. On the side of the head, we can see a bit more on how the helmet is designed. The huge socket on the side will be filled later on with the horn accessories. One additional note on the dwarf is his unique neck peg that pushes his head out a bit forward. On the chest we have more of that solid bronze color along with some nicely detailed patterns on the heavy plated armor. On the back we have a large flat area with some big peg holes sculpted in. We will be using shoulder armor on this figure to cover most of this area up later. On the shoulder we have layers of plated armor, all with small designs sculpted down the middle. The arms have thick dwarven plated armor. From the forearms to the gauntlets, we have large layers of heavy plated armor. On the front we have a large skirt of metal plate armor hanging from the belt. Small details like the rivets and carved patterns stand out from the shine of the paint. On the side we have even larger plates of armor, all riveted to each other, connected by the belt by a large piece of metal. Underneath we can have a look at the thighs, with a slight bit of chainmail sculpted in underneath the large plates of leg armor. On the legs we can see the huge knee armor, along with even larger plates to cover up the rest of the legs. And lastly, we have pointed dwarven boots to finish up the figure. Let's check out the articulation. We have a ball jointed head with the beard getting in the way of some of the front and back motion. The shoulders open up and rotate all around. We have a bend at the elbow with rotation. Forearms that rotate. And the wrists that bend up and down and rotate. We have a ball jointed waist, legs that move forward and back and open, a rotating thigh joint, knees that rotate and bend backwards, ankle joints that rotate, point up and down with a rotating foot. Let's check out all the accessories. We get an extra beardless version of the helmet. To install the alternate head, you pop off the old head and pop in the new one into the socket. It's a tight fit. We get a pair of black horns for each socket in the helmet. The horns can fit both helmets, they easily fit into the sockets on the side of the helmet, and they can be rotated to point up or down. We get a pair of spiked shoulder armor in a matching paint. Installing the shoulder is as easy as popping the peg into the correct socket on the back. They have a bit of range to get out of the way of the arms, but they do block neck articulation with the bearded version of the helmet. We get a nicely detailed hammer. It comes with an additional hammerhead to install into the head. One thing to note is that the hammer does not come with a claw head like the other hammers do. We get a large axe, all in one simple color. It's made of a hard plastic and has a lot of detail in the sculpting. We get a smaller wooden axe, again in a simple brown color. We get an amazingly sculpted shield in the same color as the rest of the accessories. The 2.0 handle in the back holds the front decoration in place. We don't get a different decoration to replace it with, but I suspect other figures will in the future. We get a pair of wing adapters that allow you to attach wings to this action figure. And we get a standard brown belt that fits the larger 1.0 action figures. The Cavern Dwarf Legion Builder has got to be one of my top rated Legion builders to date. The value this figure provides is insane. The amount of new accessories we get and the extra head sculpt really pushed this Legion Builder ahead of the others. As a Legion builder, we can't expect much of a paint job, and on some of the weapons, it really starts to show the limitations of having everything a single color. But what really impresses me about this figure is the amount of new 2.0 accessories we get. The new shield and axes look amazing, and small paint touch-ups like coloring the blades could easily fix the boring look of the weapons. Overall, he's a great Legion builder, a personal must-have for the amazing accessories and unique head sculpts. Even if you don't like the dwarf style of figures, the value here is too high to pass on. Mixing and matching parts with other figures and creating your own styles is a big part of what makes Mythic Legions great, and Legion builders like this really expand on the options you have with your action figures. If you could find one for a good price, definitely grab him, he's well worth it. Alright guys, that's it for this review. More reviews coming up soon, and I got quite a few more in the mail. See you next time.